Good morning, guys. I have a sinus infection. Not feeling my best today, but we got to do our best to smile, keep moving forward. I apologize for the face. I am purging on some acne medication, so I'm not going to be looking so pretty the next couple of days, it's fine. Whatever, who cares? Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about is this. My name is Antoinette Jensen, and I am a whistleblower in the Etiwanda School District. I made 2 sex-based reports against preschool students in my classroom. I was forced to teach A grade. I am not credentialed to teach through the Etiwanda School District, and I taught older students in baby school or preschool, and they retaliated against me for making a mandatory report. I was labeled agenda driven by the superintendent, Charlene Sprague. She sent a letter about me stating I was agenda driven and untruthful, then she couldn't wait for litigation. Same here, homie. Same here. And she also was reinforced by Sergeant Matthew Gordon, a law enforcement officer in the Etiwanda School District, and he believes that her reports are very factual and well written. So just so you guys know, Charlene Sprague, who is recently retired because all of a sudden she's family driven, and Matthew Gordon, a police officer, decides to retaliate against a mandatory reporter. I think that that's just what it is, and I have the paperwork to prove it. Thank you to the public records request and to Doug Claflin for sending them to me. You are a doll, and I know that you are surveilling me on Instagram and Facebook as well with your team. I did a public records request on that. I'll be waiting for that. One of the things that I wanted to tell you about these investigations, and this is a tie to the Redlands sexual assault cases over in Redlands, is back when this case was happening over in Redlands in 2020, Ted Alejandre, the county superintendent of San Bernardino County, and Ed, the superintendent of Riverside, they decided to be the executive officers and oversee all the investigations in our county. What does that mean? It kind of means like that the entity is protecting itself. Okay, you're supposed to have a neutral investigator. When I made a report in 22 and 23, they stated that I was to have neutral investigators. Oh, I don't think so. And I think that we have a podcast coming up, and I think we're going to discuss all these things. I'm hoping that my friend Janice will come on and chit chat with us. I'm going to have my friend Debbie come on, but I want parents to understand something. When you file what's called a uniform complaint process through any school district, they may not be under this IPC system, but they are out to protect themselves. They want to make sure that their school district does not get litigated against, and your children are not their main concerns, in my opinion. I experienced the system and I have the paperwork to prove it. So I cannot wait to podcast with you guys. But please take a look at the Sentinel article. It is long, it is amazing, but it is beautiful because it explains a closed loop system that hides sexual assault, and it reframes investigations by the districts into very minimal complaints, which is a complaint against an employee or some other complaint. And I experienced it and I have the documentation to prove it. Please go on, read this article, see how it affects you, and see how your school districts in San Bernardino and Riverside County, and we've told all the school districts in Riverside and San Bernardino County. So keep that in mind. There's nobody that doesn't know. We have given them the opportunity to do their due diligence for months, and most school districts have chosen to ignore that. So let's talk, let's podcast, and let's get this going, because it is my responsibility as a mandatory reporter to protect children, and I have the legal right to do so. Can't wait to podcast with you guys. Talk to you soon. Go read that article. Bye-bye.